And this is my video for Professor Torgerson's English composition class. My project is going to be about the LaserDisc format versus the DVD format. Now, this player that you see in front of me is the model Pioneer CLD D701. This is actually the LaserDisc player that I had when I was a little boy, and it broke down in 2006. I tried to repair it myself. I actually cracked a monitor screen in the process, and I later sent it out in the year 2008 for repair. And here it is right now, working 100%. Now, most DVD players nowadays don't have something known as a jog shuttle. I think this is pretty cool. You can do frame by frame advanced. Even last night I was watching Terminator 2 on Blu-ray, and there was no frame by frame advance on my Blu-ray player. So I was pretty annoyed at that. I still like the frame by frame, say if you want to see an image really slow-mo. So, let's turn on the player. As you can see, there are two calendars there. They all go from 1 to 19 and 1 to 19 on both sides. The first one over here is side A. That indicates the side A of the disc. Over here indicates side B of the disc. This is digital sound. See, earlier LaserDisc players from the, early 1980s didn't incorporate digital sound at all. They were only analog sound. Those models were before 1985. After the late 80s, you had models with digital sound, which was better than analog sound. So, now I'm going to eject the tray, and you're going to see how big a LaserDisc draw is. Personally, it's a whole lot bigger than DVD draw. Be prepared to be amazed. Very big draw. Very big. You see on the side here how big this draw is on this one particular player. I'm going to prop myself up on my chair, and I'm going to show you guys the inside of this draw. As you can see here, the outer rim is for a 12-inch disc. This is for an 8-inch disc. This is for a 5-inch disc. And this inside here is for a 3-inch disc. Generally, the 12-inch disc is the standard size for a LaserDisc. The 8-inch disc was a bit of a smaller disc. The 5-inch disc is known as CD. And there's also a video format known as CDV too. So this player can play that as well. As you can see here, it says CD, 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 CDV, LD player, CLD, D701. As you can see, it is a bit dusty inside. Well, I can't really help that all the time. Oh. Now, I'm going to show you a disc. This is a really, really good disc. It's, The Gate to the Mind's Eye. Came out in the year 1994, 2 years after I was born. So, I want to show you the massive size of a LaserDisc, because this thing is gigantic. This is the size of a LaserDisc. This is a 12-inch disc. It's gigantic, in my opinion. So, as you can see here, this side of the disc says side 1, calf. Now, I told you the LaserDisc was double-sided in my post, and so, here it is, without further ado. Not lying when I said that. Second side of a LaserDisc. Two sides of disc material. Of course, this disc is very scratched up because, kids tend to scratch discs up. Personally now, if I was younger, if I was back in the 90s and I was as old as I am right now, I probably would have handled these discs a lot better. So, let me put it into the player. And let me show you the disc and the player. I'm going to close the machine. So the disc is loaded into position. It says on here LD 0 0 0 0. 0 being chapter, displays the chapter, and then the time. Don't mind me here, I'm just sitting on my TV. Let's start this LaserDisc up now. So it's this LaserDisc play on the TV. All that boring FBI stuff. On this particular disc, it's showing frame by frame. That's what CAV usually displays. Also, since this is a computer animation disc, I'll demonstrate that right here. This disc was from computer animation in the 1990s. So, let me show you what I can do with this jog shuttle frame right here. I can move it back and forth, frame by frame. Or I can fast forward it frame by frame. Now, since this is technology from the 90s, it's not going to look as good as a DVD. Especially since I'm running this out from as video. You can actually see, I can physically see the lines in the picture. Now I'm going to scan it backwards and scan forwards. Look at the nice tiger. Look at the nice tiger playing. Very good picture quality. So now I want to show you the flipping capability of the player. I'll fast forward to the end with this. It's going to display LaserDisc N. It's scanning back a few frames to catch the frame when it flips to side B. It's taking an awfully long time. It does that on some discs. See? It captures the frame at the end of the disc, so that way you remember it when it flips over to side B. With the player, that's known as one-shot memory.
I like that sugar Sally, but all she wants is cash.
Well, the S video on a player like this is not that good. I have a special little thing I can use to enhance the picture. You see, with my receiver over here, I can output it to 1080i to the component output. So right now, this is LaserDisc playing through component. So right now, I have it upgraded to a high definition picture quality. I'm getting the best picture quality I can out of LaserDisc right now. Generally, in LaserDisc, there's a lot more video noise than other formats since it's analog. With high definition, a Blu-ray or a DVD, you get a crisper picture in my opinion. But still, some discs on LaserDisc have not come out on DVD yet. Even special box sets, like The Lion King. And another big one is The Song of the South, which Disney could never release that in the USA because of, they believed black civil rights leaders thought it was a racist movie. Even a disc like this hasn't come out on DVD yet. As a matter of fact, the movie Titanic hasn't even come out on Blu-ray yet. The only formats it's available on are VHS, LaserDisc, and DVD. So, as you can see, since the player flipped over to side B, what it's doing right now is it's displaying all the chapters on side A, and over here in the right, it's displaying the chapters that's on the disc of side B. So there are 13 chapters in total on both sides of the disc. On the side A of the disc, there was chapter 1 through chapter 8. On the side B of the disc, there's chapter 9 through chapter 12. Now, let me also zoom in a little bit more closely here. I don't know if we can really get this. There's also 1/L and 2/R. With both of those two things lit, that's how I get stereo on the player. I have an option to CD mono track if I so desire. Let me get over here and I will show you guys the remote too. The remote of LaserDisc was pretty advanced too. A lot more advanced than the DVD remote, which didn't even include a jog shuttle on it. As you can hear, a LaserDisc really spins at really fast speeds, 1,800 RPM. So, LaserDiscs are pretty noisy compared to DVD players. Even some VCRs I've owned have sounded pretty noisy, but some I can barely hear. So, now let's go to the end of the disc now. Watch this thing. Go back from side B. This is just a test image to see if your player is working correctly. They usually have that on a couple of discs. So, now let's watch this come back from side B. This is LaserDisc end. And now, there are also many other features on this player. There's also digital memory, random play, soft picture, film mode. Film mode can actually turn off the display on the player, so you see absolutely nothing when you're playing a disc. That's generally good when you're watching a movie because you want to create the true feel of a movie theater.